So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. Now, I've mentioned to you before also in this lecture series, in the previous lectures as well, I've mentioned to you the importance of this lecture series. Through this lecture series, you get to revise your current affairs, plus you get the much needed MCQ practice, which is very important for your prelims examination, right? Okay, so today we are going to be covering 20th September 2024's current affairs, and we are going to be covering these current affairs through a set of 5 MCQs. All right, so pay close attention and make this lecture series a part of your daily routine because it is very important if you're really serious about next year's prelims examination. It is very important. Okay, enough of the introduction. Let's straight away jump to question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding milk production. I'm sorry about this. Milk production in India. India is the largest producer of milk in the world, but India's per capita milk availability is lower than global average. Punjab has the largest share in total milk production of the country. Indigenous cattle breeds have higher yield than crossbred or exotic breeds. How many of the above statements are correct? Okay. So as far as milk production is concerned, India is the largest producer of milk in the world. India produces the most milk in the world. So this part is correct. But if we talk about per capita availability of milk, now what do we mean by per capita availability of milk? Milk available per person. So what we do is we calculate the total production of milk and divide it with the population of India. So we get the amount of milk available per person. Okay. As far as per person milk availability is concerned, then India or Indians get around 429 grams per day, whereas the global average is 300 something grams per day. So India has a higher per capita availability of milk than global average. Okay, generally it is thought that because India's population is quite high, therefore, though India is number one milk producer in the world, but as far as per capita availability is concerned, because of our population, per capita availability is less. But no, India's per capita availability is still higher than global average. We produce that much milk. So this statement is false. Now, as far as different states are concerned, UP has the highest production level of milk. Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so Uttar Pradesh produces the most milk, not Punjab. Though yield productivity of cattle in Punjab is quite high, but as far as total production is concerned, total amount of milk produced is concerned, UP has surpassed Punjab. So this is also false. Okay. Then indigenous cattle breeds have higher yield than crossbred or exotic breeds. That is absolutely not true. If Indian cattle had higher breeds, we wouldn't have imported foreign breeds or crossbred them. Crossbred or exotic breeds, mostly from North Europe, have a higher yield than Indian cattle. So this is also false. No statement is correct. The answer is D. Okay. Question number 2. Which of the following statements regarding Financial Action Task Force are correct? It is a 39-member body formed in 1989 out of G7 summit in Paris. FATF's membership is also extended to 2 regional organizations, European Commission and ASEAN. Recently, FATF has put India in regular follow-up category. Okay, select the correct option from below. Now, the reason why FATF was in the news and the reason why we have put this as a MCQ in this lecture is because there was this news that FATF has put India in regular follow-up category. Now, this is a good category. Countries like UK, France are in this category. Okay, so India is in a regular follow-up category. So this is good news. Okay, now the next is that what is FATF? So basically FATF was formed in 1989 out of a G7 summit in Paris. So G7 countries were having a summit in Paris and they decided to form FATF. Now what is the purpose of FATF? FATF's purpose or mandate is that it wants to prevent money laundering, global money laundering across the world. Then money laundering is also used to finance terror organizations, right? So it also prevents terror financing. And third purpose of FATF is that it also wants to block finance for countries gathering weapons of mass destruction. So countries who are trying to get chemical weapons, biological weapons, nuclear weapons, for them finance is blocked somehow. So that this is also a purpose of FATF. Okay. So it is a 39-member body formed in 1989 out of G7 summit. That is correct. Now, FATF is a 39-member body. Out of these 39, there are 37 countries. But there are 2 regional organizations. Okay, and those two regional organizations are European Commission, this is correct, and the other is Gulf Cooperation Council, an organization of Gulf countries. So it is not ASEAN, it is Gulf Cooperation Council, and this is false. Okay, so only 1 and 3 are correct. D. Question number 3. Which of the following is our correct regarding Operation Flood? It was launched in 1970 by National Dairy Development Board. It was the world's largest dairy development program under the leadership of Dr. Verghese Kurian. It used the cooperative model to make India the largest producer of milk in the world. Okay, now look, before 1970, India did not produce enough milk. India, in fact, imported some amounts of milk from abroad. And that is why in 1970, Operation Flood was launched. So that this operation was launched to make India self-sufficient in milk producer. And it actually was so successful that India became the largest producer of milk because of the successful operation of this Operation Flood. Okay. Now in 1970, Operation Flood was launched to improve milk production. In 1970, it was launched by National Dairy Development Board. This is correct. And this operation was launched under the leadership of Dr. Verghese Kurian. Okay. This operation was so successful that it is also termed as White Revolution. Like there was Green Revolution, this is termed as White Revolution. And Dr. Verghese Kurian is also known as the father of White Revolution. Okay. So this is correct. Now, how did they improve milk production in our country? Basically, what they did was Operation Flood actually strengthened cooperative organizations. They strengthened farmers' cooperatives, marketing cooperatives, various cooperative organizations like Amul, Verka, Vita, they sprung up. And that is how India became the #1 producer of milk in the world. Okay. So through cooperative model, this operation was successful. So this is also correct. The correct answer is D. The reason why Operation Flood or White Revolution was in the news, that's because the government has recently launched White Revolution 2.0, in which we are further going to increase milk production in India. Okay? All right. Question number 4. Consider the following statements regarding Amur Falcon. It is a migratory bird that visits India after its breeding season in South Siberia and North China. The bird is known by the name of Kahuai puina in Northeast India. Its IUCN status is endangered. Which of the above statements is correct? Now, Amur falcon is a migratory bird. Okay, what happens is during summers, it stays in South Siberia and North China. Okay, in these areas they breed also. This is their breeding season. Then they migrate to India, especially Northeast India. Okay, during September, October, November also. And for winters, they migrate to South Africa or Southern Africa. Okay. Then when summers come, they again go to these areas and this cycle goes on and on. So it is a migratory bird that visits India after its breeding season in South Siberia and North China. That's correct. The bird, because it visits Northeast India, especially in Manipur, Tamenglong district of Manipur, it visits there. So it is also known by its local name called Kahuai puina. This is also correct. Now this bird's IUCN status is least concern. Its population is not dwindling. It's not endangered. It is of least concern. It is not endangered at all. So this is false. 1 and 2 only. Answer is A. And last, which of the following statements regarding World Food India 2024 is correct? It is organized by Ministry of Food Processing to showcase India's food culture and encourage investments in food processing sector. This event is also featuring a food competition called Swad Sutra. The first edition of this event was organized in 2019. Okay. So basically, World Food India event is being organized in New Delhi. Bharat Mandapam, Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. Okay. And the purpose of World Food India is to showcase India's rich food culture as well as promote India's food processing sector. Okay. Now, this festival or event is organized by Ministry of Food Processing. So this is correct. Okay. In this year's World Food India event, a competition is also being organized called Swad Sutra. In this competition, different parts of the country would showcase their regional cuisines, regional foods, okay, like dosa, idli from South India and other cuisines, dhokla from Gujarat, like that, Okay, so different food cuisines are going to be displayed. There will be a competition, and there will be a clear winner. So this is being organized now. This event, World Food India 2004, is the third edition of this World Food India. Okay, the first edition was in 2017, and the second edition was in 2023. So this is false. 1 and 2 only. Answer would be A. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'm sure it has added value to your preparation. Now, if you want to download the PDF file for this lecture, okay, where detailed solutions in written form would be given, you can download this PDF from our Telegram channel. Now, the link to our Telegram channel is provided in the comment section below. So go to that comment section, click on that link, follow our Telegram channel where you can download the PDF for this lecture as well as all the other lectures featuring on our YouTube channel. All right. On that note, I'll be signing off with a promise that I'll see you next time discussing MCQs from next day's current affairs. Thank you.